Hi, the internet. Welcome to the What Else Show. I'm your host, Robert. This is Bethany.
Hi, internet.
We've got another spoiler-free What Else movie review for you.
Yes.
Bethany, what movie are we spoiler-free reviewing?
Good job.
Yeah.
Motherless Brooklyn.
Motherless Brooklyn.
Motherless Brooklyn.
Starring, written by, directed by...
Everything by
Edward Norton.
By Ed Norton. The incomparable Edward Norton.
Incomparable Edward Norton.
Yes.
Co-starring, lead boy. I don't know. I don't know the roles.
He did so much for this movie. So, thoughts? You want to go first?
You want me to go? Give my impressions?
Yeah. I
thought this movie was fine.
Again with the fine.
This movie was fine.
Fine.
There's good elements to this movie. I really like the detective noir style that this movie has. Mm-hmm. I thought the acting was great. Everybody's good in it. Edward Norton, Willem Dafoe, everybody else that acted in it. I didn't think there was any bad
Bruce
acting.
Willis. Don't forget Bruce Willis.
Oh yeah, Bruce Willis. Sure.
Bruce Willis is in this movie, by the way.
Yeah. All that stuff I liked. There's kind of a few odd choices they made in the movie, and without going into spoilers, what are some of them I can say? Oh, one of the odd choices is there's a scene at a jazz club that I feel goes on way too long. I feel like I'm watching a music video at some point. A long one.
The band was performing.
Yeah, the band was performing too much. And then there's some other stuff I don't want to mention because of spoilers. But the main part is Edward Norton plays a detective, a private investigator that has, they never specifically say, I don't think, but he has Tourette's. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to deal with him the whole movie. Him and his Tourette's.
Yeah, they never in the movie, because of the time period that it's set in, they never come out and say that that's what he has. But there's a lot of his own inner dialogue because it's that, detective noir style film. So they don't really come out and say that's what he has, but that is what he has. It's an affliction that his character has throughout the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think that services the movie at all. What do you think?
I disagree, because I felt like because Edward Norton, we didn't even give a synopsis. We didn't really give a synopsis at all.
We're awful at the synopsis. Nobody cares.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay. So,
Bruce...
Because...
No. Wait, what?
What were you going to say?
I don't know. Okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry.
We're doing the synopsis.
Oh, okay. Synopsis.
We're doing a late synopsis.
I'm sorry, late breaking synopsis, spoiler free. Edward Norton works at this private investigative agency, and Bruce
the 50s.
in the 50s. I believe it's early 50s.
And his boss character,
Bruce Willis.
He dies.
Yes, he's killed. No, that's not a spoiler.
Okay.
Because that's in the trailer. Yeah.
He dies, and Edward Norton's hot on the trace of what happened.
Yes.
What happened to Bruce Willis?
Yes.
Why?
He's trying to figure out the why and who did it and all.
The whodunit of it all.
The whodunit, yes. So it's a whodunit murder mystery.
Sure.
And so we follow Ed Norton's character. And because it's like the early 50s, we follow him with this affliction, and we see him interact in that universe and what it's like for him having to deal with that on a daily basis, and his interactions with other people, and how it impacts his ability to even at times make progress in the investigation, because it does at times hinder his ability to be able to perform as a private investigator, as a detective.
Right. But here, I don't think the movie respects his Tourette's because I think they use it as comedy a lot.
Sometimes they do. Yeah. So sometimes there's levity involved in his interactions with people because of his Tourette's.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I would agree with that assessment. Sometimes they do use it as like an out for some comedy.
I don't know if this is the Tourette's hero you need or deserve.
Yeah. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of like movies where the hero has
right
Tourette's syndrome. Yeah.
Right.
But I don't think that was the point of the movie.
It's not the point of the movie.
They're not trying to make him a hero. They're just trying to illustrate what it was like for somebody if somebody had Tourette's during that time period.
But they don't ever address it. They glancingly address it. I believe some of the people call him names, but it's not like there's friends, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of the people he interacts with, like, oh, what's wrong? And but it's never detrimental to him.
I disagree. I think at times it's very detrimental to him.
No.
Being able to function and do what he needs to do to solve the mystery, and yet that kind of holds him back.
I don't think it was done well.
Times. That's okay.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
And I want you to share my opinion. Share it.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't because I had so much emotionally invested in his character that seeing all of these things happen to him and seeing how he's interacting with other characters on screen and just that on-screen chemistry, and also he's trying to build a rapport with people.
Okay.
And it was a detriment to him being able to build a rapport with certain individuals.
Hey, me and the audience hear you, Bethany, that you love movies where Edward Norton makes fun of people with Tourette's. We heard you. I and the entire internet heard you. That's your favorite type of movie.
No, it's not. That's not. But it was. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I suspect that I enjoyed the film way more than you did, and I think I was way more.
You just love old-timey movies.
I do. That's one of my. I love period movies. I loved in this movie how immersive the universe was.
Yeah, that's a great part of the movie.
Yeah,
it was not so great.
Okay,
let's give it a rating.
Do you want to rate it?
Yes.
Okay.
You go first.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 with a recommendation. Stop that.
Egad.
With a recommendation. I thought it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved it. 5 out of 5 with a recommendation.
I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 with a recommendation. I think it's a well-made movie. I like the whodunit aspect of it. I like the mystery that is involved. It's pretty slow in the middle. And I don't like Edward Norton making fun of people who have Tourette's.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
I don't think
That's fair.
I don't think him having Tourette's services the plot or anything like that. I think they could have left that part out, and the movie would have been just as good.
Do you think the movie would have been better if they had?
I do think it would have been better. Yeah, because him having Tourette's is just another thing for us to focus on, and another thing that takes us out of the movie, out of the plot. Is like, oh, we're advancing. Oh, let's deal with his Tourette's. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
5 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Mm-hmm. Why don't you tell us who's right?
But with a recommendation.
Both with a recommendation.
Both with a recommendation.
Tell us who's right. Tell me I'm right. If you think Bethany's right, you can keep it to yourself. All right. You can follow the show on Twitter at @whatelseshow. You can send us an email at thewhatelseshow@gmail.com or follow us on Instagram at thewhatelseshow. Bye, Internet.
Bye, Internet.